Hello everyone, it's Bobo the Vulture, and it's time for more Let's Play Gran Turismo 2, what is currently my least popular series on my channel, but not by as much as you'd expect necessarily, so I consider it a win. Yeah, so let's go to, let's look at what kind of races there are. Are there any good enduros right now? There's the 200 kilometer at Apricot Hill. That wouldn't take very long. 591 horsepower limit. What kind of cars are in this race, guys? I want to know what kind of cars are here. The world's finest street cars, I guess. I do notice already shooting off into the distance is this Ford GT40. Eye roll. That old chestnut. Well, I can't exactly go and do that again now, can I? Although that does remind me of something that I should do before I participate in any race. I should go to Japan and check the used cars. Because we've just done two different championships, which means I think, what, the equivalent of like 10 game days have gone by. That's enough for this selection to have rolled over. There it is! The Toyota 2000 GT. Oh, and black. I really would have preferred a different color. But let's buy it. Now let's get in the car. Let's look at the details of it. There's an inline 6, 147 horsepower, so it's not the most powerful car out there. It's very expensive. There's a very finely tuned sort of is one of Japan's real great early attempts at a really fine sports car. And let's see, that was from 68, right? Hey, what do you know? Old Skyline GTR from the 70s. 147 horsepower, 157 horsepower. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? There is another car I was looking for that is not here, but if you're going to throw an old relic from the 70s out in front of me, I'll have to bite. You don't get that many of those in this game. Oh, I just got in the car, didn't I? I'll tell you what. Are there any GTR events that I haven't won yet? The regular GTR meeting, maybe? No, we cleared all that mess out. Pretty sure we already won the R34 challenge. We haven't, but you can't with this. Come on, Fahuku gods. Well, now I'm just curious. Can we turbocharge the heck out of this old Skyline? To 277 horsepower. Interesting. 277 horsepower, you say? And tell me, what were the horsepower restrictions on the second level of Historic Car Cup? They were 295. Yes, well... 295, eh? I think we may have something we can work with here. Although that said, let's look at the old 2000 GT here. let's get in it and see. I mean, I kind of hate to do a lot of tuning and stuff to it, but I'm never going to drive it otherwise. Never. There are no other races left that this thing would be competitive in, that it would be eligible for. Gonna turbocharge the heck out of this thing. That's a smaller expense. Okay, let's equip that. 267. There's no intercooler here because it was never designed to be turbocharged. I'm doing something that the car was never intended to have happen. Me speak excellent English. 293 horsepower. Okay. So obviously we could do a little bit more, but I'm not going to. Well, maybe I'll see if I can get up to exactly 295. But, you know, I want to be cagey here. Yeah, it's going to get us up to 305. That's too much. 305. That's too much. I could revert down to NA tuning and get a smaller total of horsepowers. Yeah, okay. This is as close as we're getting right now, unless I... Yeah, no, it's probably about as close as we ever would have gotten. It's okay. I'm not too concerned about how all that worked out. Right, let's do the 3 stages of weight reduction. 1 is accepting that you have weight. 2 is going around and asking for everyone's forgiveness whom you have hurt by being weighty. And the 3rd is to live the rest of your life without ever touching food again. I think those are the 3 steps, right? I don't really know. If I did, I wouldn't be such a fatty. That's not too bad. I'm not gonna do it. That's not too bad. Alright, Historic Car Cup. I am going to enter you as soon as I determine that I still have space in my garage for whatever prize car you offer. I have room for 1 more prize car. I'm going to challenge you, and then I'm going to have to come back here and clean out my garage. Just a little bit. There aren't that many more cars left in the world to win. Now then, after all this effort, I have every confidence that we will find out that there is no Ford GT40 in this race. I already feel bad enough for taking a timeless classic and tuning it up with modernities that it never had. So there's a GT40 up there. I've got to keep up. Even exceed it. Hello? Yes, there are people arriving in the house. Alright, darn you all, you are in my way. And he's getting away already. Can you believe this, folks? Is there any hope to be had? Racing suspension, or... Well, that little mid-engine munchkin there that I don't currently have access to from winning a tournament might just be enough to keep up with that GT40, but really, I don't know. It really does seem like a bug that that car is allowed to compete. Because when I get one, I can't. That doesn't seem fair to me. You know why it doesn't seem fair? Because it isn't fair. It's cheating. It's really a shame, because I actually do enjoy the way this car is handling. It's very nice. Alright, there's a giant crumblage of cars and things. Alright, so that was a couple hundred grand down the tubes. Well, I guess only about 200 grand, really, taking both cars into consideration. Alright. This PT Spider is worthless. It's pointless. I'm going to get rid of it. Don't need it. This Phaeton. It's kind of not that fantastic. I'm getting rid of it. Don't need it. It's been sold. The Nismo 270 R. How I wonder what you 270 are. But I've already won the Sylvia event, so you're gone. RX-7 GTC, now you mean nothing to me. Actually, no. I've done mild amounts of modification to this car. I should therefore keep it around. Yes, I got it super soft tires. Silati, I wanted to use you. You seem like a cool car. And yet, nothing. Concept Car LM Edition. That's right, that was a fun car. Tom's T11. There's no real point to having around. Sad but true. Let's get rid of it. As really with the Mugen Prelude Type S. You were never as popular in the US as your predecessors. Take that. That's a CRX. It's awesome. I can't get rid of it. Here's Tom's TO20. Bye, Tom's TO20. It's been sold. This Spoon Integra Type R. What are we looking at here? Something that's okay, but again, nothing legendary. V6, the TRD 2000. Well, I've sold enough cars for right now, I think. Yeah, I'm probably okay for having sold cars for now. What a weird little guy. So yeah, basically at this point there isn't much left for me to do other than, Well, I need to win the national races, I need to win the Enduros. Were there any specialist car events left? I've beaten the UK Nationals. What would be the best EuroLeague car? 542 horsepower. And clearly it's a championship, a race that I've been able to win at Laguna Seca in Seattle. Surely there's a car I have in my garage. They can take the big victory at Laguna Seca. You? You could do it. It would make me less angry at you. Even with your measly 305 horsepower, I think you could make it happen. And yet, or 305. And yet, it will be able to probably do really well here without any modification. Probably. I can't make any promises. Oh, you know what I should have done? I really should have switched the tires to super softs. And not kept them the hard compound that I believe they are. Oh well, let's see if it matters. Well, that's right, I got a super good Viper that I tuned up for this. And I'm about to find out, was pointless. As I stalk behind you, my friend. You're more powerful than me, but forget it. You can't outrun a GT40. It's not how the world works. Alright, into the lead. That's very promising. You guys just stay back there. I'm going to continue on with this Ford GT40. Go. You know, you sort of can use sometimes the areas where the track is darker as both an indicator of your racing line and your braking zones. But not always the best or easiest way to do it. Hey, what are you doing up there? Is the answer trying to be better than me? Because you can't. Yeah, I definitely should have double-checked to make sure the soft tires were on the car. Now, if it turns out the soft tires are on the car and I'm just bellyaching for nothing, well then, I can still claim that these guys had a considerable advantage in engine power over me. So don't worry, I've got my excuses covered. Apparently I'm leading just a huge pack of guys. And they're all just jockeying and bustling back there. All anxious to take the #1 spot from me. From me. That Gito GT40. Well, bye-bye for you. I hope that daring move down the corkscrew turned out really well for you. Kinda seems like didn't so much. It's okay, buddy. I can't mock you too much. I did the exact same thing in my last video. Alright, so new car acquired. Next. I'm just curious enough to go see what it is. Which I suppose I really should be, shouldn't I? Considering that's kind of one of the big points of the game, is collecting up cars, holding them, and marveling at their jewel-like fascination-ness. What do we get? We got the Drag 180SX. That's kind of cool. Drag 180SX. It's pretty much identical in all aspects to the Drag R33 GTR. But still pretty fun. Now then. What is the best car to challenge the Europeans in? Eh? It's obviously not something quite that miniature. What all work have I done on this Elise? I've done a decent amount. Yeah, turbo kits, mufflers, weight reduction. I've done what I could. I'm gonna try getting in it and try one of those European Championship rounds. See how it goes. I may have already done this, and if I have and I failed, I apologize. I just don't remember. My mind is a fuzzy mush. A mushy fuzz. Let's go to Apricot Hill. Let's see what happens. We won't be the most powerful car, but maybe by golly, golly, we'll be the best anyway. We have a fun little sound we make there. Alright, so if I do win this race, it is not going to be on virtue of pure speed, which really should have been evident. I admit that now. Perhaps I can make up some ground here. You better believe I can. Needed to have braked a little bit earlier than that. It's okay, though. It's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good. And yes, gonna be outrun here on top end. There we go. Wow, should not have followed you guys' line around there. Boy, I tell you, being underpowered really does make it an interesting event. You have to worry about the wolves at old Gil's door at all times. Well, that wasn't the way to take it. Not to the limit one more time. Yes, you did indeed have to take the long way around, my good man. He's going to try for an over-under here. I don't need to slow down as much as he does here, though. Well, I was dancing on a fine head of a pin there, and took a little bit too much bad metaphor, and Zachary Dean is running on a giant exercise wheel that you may well be able to hear on my microphone. I'm not entirely sure. Then, as if to quell my fear, he started walking very silently and soundly. Well, that was very rough and tumble, wasn't it, folks? I gotta say, that was kind of cool. And we won. We got a new car. I'm going to go ahead and save that progress. Because why not? I will overwrite. And I'll end the video on that, folks. When we come back next time, we can see what cool new prize car we've got. I'll weigh again whether or not to dish some more cars out of ye old garage. And maybe we'll take this old Lee's out and see if it can do anything else cool for us. This is Bobo the Vulture. This has been Let's Play Gran Turismo 2. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see all you guys next time. Bye now.